Hello, coolers, and welcome back to Viva Barca. Welcome to the home of everything Barcelona, where we are going to be discussing on the latest stories. We start with Jules Kounde, as it has been reported that Barcelona have entered talks with Sevilla for Kounde and have everything tied up with the player. We are going to be discussing on that as we move ahead. Then secondly, talking about Villarreal defender Pau Torres, it has been reported that Barca will have to fork out at least 60 million euros to sign the Kounde alternative from the La Liga club. We are also going to be looking at that. So guys, as we get right into those stories in much detail, please do ensure to subscribe, turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Give the video a like and make sure to watch the video right up to the very end. Barca! Barca! The Jules Kounde transfer saga continues to dominate the headlines as Barcelona and Chelsea battle it out for the Frenchman's signing. Chelsea have reportedly reached an agreement with Sevilla for Jules Kounde, but a transfer is yet to be sealed. And Barca are still out, they're not out of the race as they are planning a last-minute offer for Kounde as they look to swoop him away. Now, Spanish journalist Victor Navarro has provided an update on the ever-evolving situation of Jules Kounde's future. Speaking to his podcast, Navarro has revealed that Barcelona already have everything tied up with Kounde and have entered talks with Sevilla to try and strike an agreement for the Frenchman. Reports about an agreement over personal terms between Barca and Kounde have been doing the rounds for a while now, with Victor Navarro also throwing weight behind those claims, stating that everything is sorted between the two parties. The Catalans are yet to make a formal offer for Kounde, but have begun negotiations with Sevilla in the last few days to try and get the deal over the line. Manager Xavi is a huge admirer of the Frenchman and wants him at the club this summer. However, Sevilla are reportedly pushing Kounde to accept the proposal from Chelsea as they have an agreement with the Premier League over a transfer. But the Frenchman seems to be adhering to Barcelona's request and is waiting for Barcelona to come up with an offer. With Barcelona activating the second economic lever, they are said to have around 200 million euros available for transfers from that total amount of 330 million euros. They could utilize these freshly available funds to launch an offer for Jules Kounde. The 23-year-old defender has been dropped from Sevilla's 31-man squad for their pre-season camp in Portugal. It indicates that the Andalusian outfit anticipates that the transfer will happen soon. Whether it will be to Chelsea or to FC Barcelona remains the million-dollar question. The transfer battle for Jules Kounde between Barca and Chelsea continues to do the rounds in the transfer window. And of course, as it stands, we don't know where Kounde is going to end up, even though it is highly likely he plays with Chelsea, as Chelsea believe they have already done their best by giving what Sevilla wants, offering up to the 65 million euros that Sevilla have been demanding all season long. And Barcelona now needs to match that offer or give something more before Barca can even stand a chance. So with our second economic lever, which is the remaining 15% of our TV rights, which have just been sold recently, Barcelona are expected to come big. Barca are expected to make a huge step towards that. So let's see how it's gonna go. It's gonna be interesting to see how Barcelona approach this situation as they have received some huge cash from the sale of that 15% TV right. Kounde, according to this report, have been in constant talks with Barca. Of course, we even got reports yesterday that Kounde was supposed to go to London for medicals, but Barcelona, led by Matteo Alemany, called him and said, please, be patient. Follow Sevilla to Portugal for pre-season. Be patient, we are coming very soon. And of course, Barca, they were saying that because they know the second economic lever is to be sold soon, which have finally been sold. So they never wanted the player to rush things with Chelsea, and they told him to hesitate going to Chelsea. So let's see how it goes. Barcelona now might have a problem of the salary because the salary will not match what Chelsea have offered. Chelsea have offered to pay 12 million euros net per season for Kounde. Barca are not expected to go up to that amount, as President Laporta wants to bring in that salary ceiling of 10 million. Nobody exceed 10 million in the squad. But If actually Barca had an agreement with a player's agent, like a personal agreement, then I don't really see why things are going so, I don't know. Because normally if you come to an agreement with a certain club, personal terms agreed, because there were, I think last week we got reports of personal terms agreed between Kounde and Barca. Because if that's the case, Barca should be more confident. So we don't know how true was that report of personal agreements reached. Because if not, if that was the case, then Barca could have been feeling confident that just an offer needs to be made, and of course, the player will be a Barca player. But things just look even more complicated as it stands because Chelsea right now have the upper hand that they will seal the deal soon. Then on to the next story of discussion. Jules Kounde had been Barcelona's primary transfer target to reinforce their defense this summer. However, as things stand, the Frenchman seems to be slipping out of Barca's hands with a move to Chelsea on the horizon. While the deal is yet to be completed, report states that Chelsea have an agreement with Sevilla for the transfer, whereas Barca are yet to make an official offer. Even though the Blaugrana have asked the defender to stay patient and wait for their move, it seems like Matteo Alemany and co are already preparing contingencies in the background. And one such alternative for Kounde that Barcelona are looking at is Villarreal defender Pau Torres. Torres has been a mainstay for the Yellow Submarine over the past 3 seasons and was an integral part of the side that went on as far as the UEFA Champions League semi-finals last season, while he is also a regular for the Spanish national team. According to Mundo Deportivo, Torres is a player that Barcelona have been monitoring since his teen years, but have been unable to lure him to Camp Nou. The Catalans are believed to have tried signing him in 2018 again, when Robert Fernandez was the technical secretary. A €25 million deal was in the works until Eric Abidal replaced Fernandez in the role, which led to the move halted. Now though, Torres is back on Barcelona's agenda as they look to make up for potentially missing out on top target Kounde. The 25-year-old could be open to a move away from Villarreal as he has Champions League aspirations. But as per the report, the La Liga side would demand a sum of 60 million from any suitor for the Spanish international, considering his age, proven pedigree at the club and international levels, and the fact that he still has 2 years left on his contract. Whether Barca can muster up such a bid for the Spaniard after having failed to offer a similar amount for Kounde remains a big question mark. So as Kounde's move looks more complicated than ever for FC Barcelona, Barca are already preparing a list of other players that can go for alternative if Kounde does not come. Pau Torres have been linked strongly recently. Yesterday we spoke about Pau Torres, of course, being linked to Barcelona, not for the first time. Some seasons back he was linked. Barca are also eyeing him as one of the players that they can go for if Jules Kounde's transfer does not work out. Pau Torres is a wonderful player. Let's hope that we get him if Kounde does not come. I think personally, among the list, because there's about 5-man short list of defenders that Barca want to go for if Kounde does not arrive. And I think Pau Torres fits the bill if Kounde does not come. So let's see if Barca succeed to convince Villarreal to sell him or not, because he's one of the key players there in Villarreal. So it's going to be tough. But the player will be willing to come to Barca, as Barca is a big club. Barca plays Champions League, and of course he would like to grow his career further. So guys, with that we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.